Chapter 32, Eat Alone. He said thanks and went back to his work. There wasn't many others in my age range that I actually spent any time with. The girls were always boy crazy, and the boys ignored me entirely like I was the plague. I had Lavender make some cookies for Grandmother that I delivered since I didn't want to take the chance of poisoning Grandma with my cooking. She always gave me such a warm hug and took the cookies. Taking a bite, she smiled. "These are just lovely, dear. Do I detect a hint of rosemary?" "Thank you." "I wouldn't know, Grandma. I didn't make them. Lavender made these. I just delivered them, but I can ask her when I get back." "Never mind that. It's the thought that counts, dear, and what a lovely thought it was. I do so love a visit from my favorite granddaughter." "I think I'm your only granddaughter." I couldn't help but laugh. "Too true, my dear, so how is everyone?" I spent the afternoon telling her of everyone and the gifts I had made them. "And what about Colt? How is he doing?" "Colt? Oh no, I totally forgot about Colt, Grandma. He has been on a hunting trip for a few months collecting furs. What can I make him? It's much too late for me to make anything good for him." "Now, dear, calm down. Colt will understand." "Now, I know, I just didn't want him to think I left him out." "Well, then I think I can help with that. Come with me to my back room, dear." I followed behind her slow footsteps. She went to her room and pulled out from her trunk a small vial. From a drawer, she pulled a small red ribbon. "Now then, tie this onto it for me, will you, dear?" I did as I was told. "What is this, Grandma?" "Skunk oil." "Skunk?" Grandmother laughed. "It's sort of a charm to show you want someone to stay safe on their journeys, and I think no one needs that more than Colt. Also, we will wrap up some cheese, bread, and dried meats and berries. He is probably sick to death of eating what he does on the hunt, which is usually those hardtack biscuits. Now you take this, and when you see him, give him these things from you." "I can't do that, Grandma. These are yours to give him." "Yes, but you forget. It's the thought that counts, and you were the one that thought he was in need of a gift, not me. Now I insist, dear, don't be arguing with your elders. It's rude. Late that afternoon, I left just in case Colt had gotten back. I didn't want to miss him on Christmas. I loved riding in the dark with only the stars. The night was cold with no wind at all. I could hear the snow crunch under Atropos' hooves with each of his steps. His hot breath rose up like a dragon breathing smoke. As we grew closer to the herd, I noticed some hoof prints going into the woods, sliding something with it. Perhaps it was Colt coming back, so I decided, follow them to see why they led into the forest. True-footed Atropos made his way deeper into the woods over root and rocks that had been rolled from the brown snow-covered ground by the heavy object. Finally, I came to a small camp, set up nothing big, but enough for one person. Beside the lean-to that had seen many seasons covered in limbs and moss was a wood sled piled up with furs. Colt was coming from inside of the lean-to. "What are you doing in the woods?" He was always to the point. I jumped off my horse without saying a word. From my leather pack, I pulled out the wrapped-up food. "Merry Christmas." Colt looked to me oddly. "What is it?" I smiled. "Well, open it." He opened the fabric to reveal the cheese piece, the dried meats and berries, and a small loaf of bread. "Did you make this yourself?" "Well, no, Grandmother put it together for you." "Thank goodness for that. I wouldn't want to break a tooth on your bread, so thanks." He sneered. "Well, I don't think my cooking's all that bad, but you're welcome, I guess." I was about to jump back up on Atropos when I heard, "Wait, you expect me to eat this alone?"